Replace and supplement bullets with graphical icons. This is a little bit more graphical information. By the way, I see a lot of you scribbling information. That's great. I appreciate you doing that. I'm getting ahead of myself. We have some other information, and all of this information is on our website also. I kind of taken articles that I've written, digested down, but if it helps, jot it down and go for it. It's all good. So replace and supplement bullets with graphical icons. So something like this. Look at this. They had 70% of their parties were down. They had 50 to 60% of reduced parties, an increase in 25 to 30% of their patient satisfaction. That's just basic numeric information. Here's how we did it graphically. Again, another template. No-shows with a photo of empty chairs, parties with some guy against the clock, and happy patient regarding patient satisfaction. So just putting photos that represent what we're talking about in the appropriate places really drives that point home. Next point. Use animation to introduce text and elements. Use animation to introduce your text and elements. Instead of putting something like this up, where, again, it's using stock clip art from a long time ago, watch how much more powerful it is when it flies on screen now. 60% of your marketing dollars should be spent inside the four walls. So it has almost a TV quality to it, TV animation. The chart has been brought in now as a 3D chart that we edited in Photoshop. One point that I want to say is take the time to add transitions and entry-exit effects to your graphics. It really does add an impact to it. I mentioned this earlier, budget your time. One effect that really works nicely is when you're done, it's built into PowerPoint, you have the ability to gray out your text, dim your bullets, and then it'll flow easier on the eyes of your audience. So that's a nice effect if you have a lot of bullets on screen. Point number 7, we've already seen many examples of it. Split your bullets onto multiple pages. We've already talked about 7 bullet points. A lot of people would just say, let's reduce this clutter and let's put 10 tips up there on screen and spend 20 minutes talking about that. But you can see the pace that we're moving at. We're already gone through 7 points. So that's quite an example of how I've been going through here. Here's a slide for Office Depot. They would spend nearly 5 minutes on this slide. It's very boring with text. Anyone else want to critique it? Any input? No. Okay. You love it, I guess. Okay. So that first point is now translated to a graphic, very clean white background, even though it was projected. They talk about their mission, now their vision, and these are also, many of you may have even seen these graphics because they're public domain images from Photodisc. Right? I think they're available for like $50 or something. And then the strategic objectives, similar to what we just mentioned, now have a supporting graphic. And the font is no larger than what it was before, or smaller for that matter. So it just takes a little bit more time and resourcefulness to locate the graphics. Here's my third example of that slide. 3 bullet points. By 2000, this is old, you can see. By 2004, there will be over 1 billion cell phones worldwide. Half of them will be internet-enabled. And so we took this one slide, it became 3. Point number 1, fact 1. You can see also the color change here, and the change in style that's getting that point across. Point number 2, the template remains the same, but the graphic in the background has changed, and now we're saying in 1999, only 4% of telephone minutes were wireless, and this is expected to quadruple for the next 10 years. And the third bullet point is now its own third page with this statistic. I love these examples because they're really real life scenarios. This is a great guy also. I really love to put his graphic in here. Anyone ever hear Billy Jolly? I think yes. Awesome. Wow. Well, he came to us a couple of months back and said, Kevin, fix up my presentation. And he came to us. This was what was on his title slide when he would walk into a room and speak. I said, Willie, this needs to be on your title slide. Much more colorful. Put this dynamo down on the bottom left, bottom right of the screen. And then he kicks off and says, this is what Gladys Knight said, Willie Jolly will change your life. And then Bill Rothell of Mystic Beverages. So again, it's just using a stock photo graphic template from Presenter's Toolkit and graphics from the web that we found. I think this may even be a stock photo guy. This may not even be the real Bill Rothell. It's not. You know what he looks like. Okay, well, I would be happy to. Willie didn't mind. Point number 8, break away from a template for a captivating presentation. Similar to what we mentioned before, but look at this. We have a point that's in black and white on the screen. You don't need to use the template. Here's one of these basic templates from PowerPoint. Look at your goals, look at your performance, see if your behavior matches your goals, yawn. How could we say this better? How could we say it? Any ideas? Call the presentation? That's one way. We say now we get a goal. You're talking goals. There is no better symbolic information of a goal, I think, than either a soccer goal or dartboard. So now we have the same information with a full screen graphic that says the same information with bullet points. And then screaming out, sell us 10% education and 90% trust. By the way, I really don't like this font. I mean, it's the Comic Sans font. It's relaxing, but as presenters, you're there to be professional. And when I see Comic Sans, I always tell my users, just switch to something more professional. So we took that, Arial, bold, and now we say 10% education, 90% trust in two different styles. Create a video montage of your graphics. I'm going to wrap up in just a minute. And I want to show you what I mean by this. This is a video thing that we've done. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but it takes some work to create that. And point number 10, create interactivity with your slides. That means that you can just jump to a different slide if you have some clutter. You can jump to a different section, and you don't have to show the whole thing. In the next 2 minutes, I just want to wrap up with presentation power tools. You've seen them. They are incredible. One of them is this Presenter's Toolkit. My work would not be possible without this product, and your work can be significantly enhanced. It contains 1,600 backgrounds, 2,500 other bonus backgrounds, photos, photo objects, videos, music, and illustrations of the wazoo. The item normally retails for $2.99. We were able to work with Digital Juice to get a show special here. We've got only 20 of them for $150, $149. So Julie and my mother, who's back here, are selling that. So $149. The other item is the ultimate combo. You can see everything that's on here. This extends the functionality of PowerPoint. It is incredible what this tool can do. It's got quotations that you can plug into PowerPoint. It's got screensavers, charts, a subscription to different photos online, headings. This thing has over $1,800 worth of content. We have it, and their retail price is a little hefty, but you get a lot of material out of it for $6.99. The third item, I'm using it right now, I use it all the time, is Power Presenter RF Remote. You can advance your slides. You don't have to be tethered to the computer. So many people feel that they need to be tied to the computer. Get away from it and advance your slides. There's no software. It works on a Mac or a PC. Forward, back, and blank the screen. Ooh. And a laser pointer. Pay attention or I'll shine the laser in your eye. And it's half the size of a credit card. So I use this as a presenter. A lot of other people are using the other tools out there. As a company, we're starting to realize that there's an opportunity to not just be presentation designers, but resources for creating great presentations. Sells normally for $129. We have it for the price of $99. We've got about 25 of these. I encourage every one of you to get it here or on our website, but we prefer that you get it here because you get a better price. The next item is something that's very true to my heart, very, very exciting. This is a product that I've spent the last 6 months creating, and it's still not done. It's a training video based on what we've been speaking here. It runs about 2 hours. It's tantamount to writing a book. The thing has been an incredible effort in working and to create presentations. And because, I've been doing this, I don't want to brag, but, you see so much junk out there. And I think in some ways it's my mission to educate the world and to train people on how to create better presentations. So I put this video together, and I want to share the 90-second intro with you as to what it takes. And then we're going to wrap it up with some Q&A, and so just another 3 to 5 minutes, and we'll be done here. So here's the intro.
At any given time, at any given place, somewhere in the world, someone is giving a presentation. There's a pretty good chance that someone is using Microsoft's PowerPoint, the world's leading computer-based presentation software. There's also a good chance that presentation doesn't look very good. We've all seen it, boring presentations with poor quality graphics that put audiences to sleep. Hello, I'm Kevin Lerner, founder and president of the presentation team. Since 1994, I've worked with clients all over the world to create PowerPoint presentations that stand out from the crowd. And during this time, I've developed a number of tips and strategies to make presentation development fun and easy. Over the next 2 hours, I'm going to share some of these creative techniques and time-saving strategies to help raise your presentation graphics to the next level. This PowerPointers video is not a training program on how to use PowerPoint. Rather, it's a fun, dynamic, and memorable tutorial on how to more effectively use PowerPoint and other applications to work creatively and efficiently, create world-class graphics, and present with confidence and power. The program is divided into 10 topics, starting with the all-important but often forgotten topic of presentation time management. And then we get colorful with the psychology of color. We serve up 10 fantastic tips and talk about templates, photos, and sounds. Oh my! Final organization made easy comes next, followed by animation advice and effective effects. We'll show you how to do it faster, do it better with PowerPoint shortcuts. And then things get fun and graphic when we offer 10 tips to reduce clutter and showcase a number of powerful presentation makeovers. We'll wrap things up with 10 tips to being a PowerPoint power user. Each of these topics runs about 10 to 15 minutes, and then you're divided into even shorter segments, making it easy and fun to follow. So get ready to create power presentations as we kick things off with presentation time management.
And so that's been my life for the last couple of months. It really has been a tremendous endeavor. It really has been, and it's not quite where I wanted to go. It's not quite where I wanted at yet. So this is why we're calling this a pre-release version. What we wanted to do originally is sell it for $99.95 was the idea that I want to get this thing out with speaking tips and other points. And we decided, let's sell it for $49.95. And then we said, no, let's do it now for $20. It's the price that we've got this item here for today. Because it really is such a value. We really want everyone's input. I had 200 of them made up. I think that everyone should have one. I want your ideas and input as to how we can make this better. It's not a world-class video yet. We want an HGTV type style. I envision myself traveling around the world, super presenter. But it's good stuff, as you can see by the content. So that's what we've got. We've got a table over here and a table in the lobby. I'll be available to answer questions afterwards. And again, we want your input. By the way, if you get it here and you want, we'll put your name in the credits, add a free upgrade to version 2 when you fill out the online evaluation form. So it really is a good value, I think. I like to think so. We only have 200 copies. And free. Oh, here's the best part. If you get any other items that we mentioned already, we'll give it to you at no cost. So that's the deal. So here are the 4 things again: the presenter's toolkit, the remote, the power plugs for $6.99, and the disc free with any other item. At this point, I think we've covered some topics. I think we ran a little bit over. I'm not going to be penalized. The points taken away. Disqualified. None of these points matter because you ran over. So if you have any questions, this is how to contact me. I think we're not quite done yet because I think that there was something that Tammy wanted to take care of, and I appreciate you being here. We'll stay a little bit afterwards for questions and answers. I'll stay after that. I don't know. I'm talking to my child.
All right, good.
That's one, two. No. Okay. All right.
That's all right. I have a very loud voice. I'm an international director with Toastmasters and we yell a lot. Yeah, that's Ted, thank you so much for this wonderful presentation. And we have for you a plaque from Toastmasters International saying thank you for your involvement with these events in Washington, D.C., August 2006.
Tammy, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for being here. And go forth and make great presentations. Let's change the way the world presents. Tammy, anything else?
Kevin has more information back here, and I have one quick announcement, please. Actually, 2. Make sure you fill out your evaluation form. Fill in your feedback on the evaluation form. And then, this evening is the President's Dinner Dance. The reception is beginning at 6:15. International Terrace, and following
How long are you going to be here?
There's another table outside.
How long is that going to be?
We'll be here for a while.
An hour or so. I half an hour.
Yeah, half an hour.
CD out on the other table too.
Yes, everything's
So you buy this, and you have to fill this?
Sounds good. I'll take your advice. Oh, great, thank you.
I came in about 2 years, and so it's been interesting to see about.
We didn't say bad things about it. Wait next year when it's your
Some basic psychological aspects of using color, and whether or not you're using PowerPoint or just talking in general.
What you can do, go to just the internet and you can get a tutorial. You know, just even if you type in
I am Ken Wormley. I've enjoyed your presentation. I give presentations a lot, well, not a lot, but a fair amount of time at work. My question was for technical presentations, a lot of data.
you know, go get
How do you
documents,
trade off
PowerPoint, really simple.
not being distracting versus,
You need basic.
because I wanted some of this with all the overlays in the background and make it a little distracting. With a bunch of data.
That can be a tricky balance there. It really just comes down to how perceptive is your audience. There's information that you need to get out there, and I'd be happy to look over your material. You know what? Did I put that up there? I forgot to mention that I was going to give a free assessment of people's presentation. Should probably leave that slide up there on some
What, email or what?
free presentation consulting and review. I'll turn my microphone on. Anyone listening? Anyone listening? One other thing that I want to point out, I forgot to click the button here. We'll have a free presentation consultation and review after here. If any of you have presentations that you want to have me take a look at, or just get our assessment recommendation, send it over, call us up, look on our website. We'll look at it at no charge and grade it. So that's one thing. People play like Simon Cowell. This is.
We can send it to you later, we'll send it to you today.
No, I send it later. At any time, send it to us.
Yeah, you're too hot.
Oh yeah, I have my jackets. Actually, my still is.
And this whole hotel is not.
Oh, my room's off.
Sure.
The $20, what was it, $20 CD? Was that on CD?
It's a DVD.
Now, when you were saying that,
Pressing on a
you were
key
saying that
and
it's not done, it's not complete.
It's complete. It's a full disc with a lot of information, a lot of good content.
So
It's not Academy Award winning material yet. It's very good, but like I said, you get it now. We'll give you a free one when the new version comes out.
So you'll give the update?
Yeah, you get the upgrade. Sure. I mean,
Would it be appropriate then for like a high school library meeting center?
I don't know. You tell me. It's I gotta say, I rushed to get the thing done.
Then I'm like, oh,
It's not.
my
It's
teachers may ask me, well, you know.
There are parts of it that are lacking. There are parts of it that are very good. There are parts that I really wanted more screen effects up on there. But my gosh, 6 months of work, and a lot. It came together very nicely. It's what do you got to lose? $20, and if you don't like it, if you totally put off, Kevin, this thing sucks. I'll give you $20 back. It can't be that bad. But no, it's good material.
Yeah, they're going fast.
it's the starting ground for, something like this. I think there's such a need for this out there in corporations and businesses for people to know how to create better presentations. And that's what we want to do. It's not how to use PowerPoint, it's how to make better looking visuals.
I have two questions. Did you use Camtasia to create that?
Yes.
I thought so. Secondly, I used to get presentations, and last December
I'm an unemployed columnist for they're out of business. Presentations
That's what I
make-
thought. I started to get training instead. So is that what happened? Okay. So there is no more presentations. Thank you. Although, no, not thank you, because it was a great
I know, and you can see it getting skinnier and skinnier and fewer and fewer
Not bad,
advertisements. Yeah, so they stopped publishing back in January.
December's the last one I got.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, well, thank you for
Thank you for
answering
being
that.
here. Hi.
Hi, by the way, I was late, so I was late, so I
Let me get down to your level. So I don't.
because English is not my language. I'd like to know what is the difference between this and this. I have bought this though.
Okay, the difference between this these are services that we do. And we're one of the few companies that actually do enhancements of presentations at fixed prices. This is very quick. I could show you, I could get into the whole sales routine. I prefer that we talk about this offline back during the week. This one we spend about 7 hours working on. This one we spend 90 minutes working on. So if you know that you can figure out what we can do in 90 minutes, we could do a lot more in 7 hours.
I'm asking this. I'm a presenter. I use this so much, but I do not know which one is better for me to use.
These are not products as much as services. If you have an existing PowerPoint presentation, send it to us. You could start with this one. Say, Kevin, let me see what you got. This is going to give you a stock template. This is going to give you a custom template and a lot more work on your graphics.
For this one, so
Yeah.
I can just use this, you mean?
Well, it's going to take an existing PowerPoint that you have, and we're going to fix it up for you.
Oh, you are going
We
to...
fix it up for you. That's what I'm saying. It's a service offering.
And this one also.
Yes, both of them. Everything on this page are services. These are not the products. There are only 4 items that we have. This sheet represents our services. And this is incredible. You won't need us if you have it.
How much is the cost about this? We are arriving at your presentation late because we are in another meeting. We are come from Mexico and I am being interested in your presentation because pretty soon we have our opening speech in Mexico. And then this job I like too much for introduce to my class in Mexico.
Yeah.
So the meaning is you sell this now.
We sell it if we don't have any more in stock. We'll ship it to you. So these items.
You send and how many? If I call you, I have your address and your telephone. And if I call you, how many days or weeks?
We can get it to Mexico in a few days, I guess.
In a few days. And the price is over here. And
I'll give you the price, the same price for $149 for this. Yeah.
Okay.
I have bought
Thank
this.
you. Thank
Are
you.
you saying that I cannot use this? I have to go to you?
No, you can use this now. Of course you can use it. Get home and plug it right in and go.
Yeah, that'll work for right now, every presentation you have, but he also has another business. And if you started something and then you wanted to.
They're 2 different things. Absolutely. I know we got a lot of other people.
One question. If you see, when you put so many pictures, so many graphics, whatever, and then it is so heavy, how can you reduce your the size of your PowerPoint?
File, the size of the file. That's a great question. How to shrink down the file size? Anyone want to see this lesson? We could do a quick lesson. Oh yeah. Okay.
It's very important.
Gather around the screen.
I will read it.
She's got a great question. You import a lot of graphics and then you wind up with a 20 or 30 meg file size. How do you reduce that down? To email, it takes forever. First of all, okay, can you hear me okay, or do you want me to flick the microphone
No,
off?
you're fine.
Okay, there are a couple of things you can do. The first thing you want to do is here under Save As, is hidden. You got Save As, Tools, Compress Pictures. Compress Pictures is going to come up, and you want to say All Pictures, change the resolution for web and screen, and you say OK. And this is a warning. It says compressed pictures may reduce the quality of your images. If you want to do it, you say OK, apply, and then you save it. And it's gone through all the photos and reduced them, and you'll likely want, it may take a little bit of time here, but you'll likely wind up with a smaller size. We're going to try it right now.
Does Word do the same thing?
Word, I think it has the same option.
I'm going to ask a question. You did the save as, and when you got that screen up, then you went over to tools within that save as field, and then you went to compression.
It's not hidden, it's just...
It's not hidden, but
it's buried.
It's off to the side.
Right.
in a non-intuitive location.
No.
That's it.
That's it.
I use that all the time.
Right.
It's still very heavy.
You use any spreadsheets? Because I sometimes have a huge spreadsheet, and if you copy one graphic, sometimes it'll link the entire spreadsheet in, unless you do a special.
Yeah, I had a problem with that one.
So that's one thing you can do.
Someone told me that I could, for instance, one presentation I have about 300 slides, and they said you have to put it in different
Break
files.
it.
Is it
Break.
right?
Oh, that's one thing that you can do. Yeah, break it up into a couple of different files. One other thing that anyone ever have problems emailing files?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
There's I wish I could get to the web now. There is a website. YouSendIt.com, YouSendIt, and there I think is starting to come up with other websites like this that you can upload a large file. There's no charge, and it emails it to somebody else. So it's a
ad on
link.
the bottom, or probably puts an ad on the bottom. Does it put an ad on the
No, it
bottom?
doesn't put an ad on the
Really?
bottom.
Just do it for nothing, huh?
You do it for nothing. There's an ad when you're downloading it, but it doesn't change the presentation at all.
That's what I meant.
YouSendIt.
You send it.
Yes, any type of file, just large.
So then you don't, what does it do? It clicks up faster to them? So
It uploads. It just uploads files. It's not going through your email system because a lot of people have. It sends a link via email. It says somebody sent you a file. Click on this link, and then you can receive the file. So
so you wouldn't do it with a lot of confidential stuff, but it would
No.
because it's just right out there. But yeah.
no, admittedly, there's you're going to get big files. When you put more graphics in there, it's going to get larger. Big embedded spreadsheet tables. What you can do, you can copy portions of the table and paste it as a picture.
And now my computer is in problem.
What does this say?
The projector's shutting down.
Okay. All right.
I
Next
have
question.
a quick question. Links in your PowerPoint, like internet links. Is it easy to access them?
Well, it will, but I have the problem here that I'm not tied to the internet. And if you're not tied to the internet, okay. Well, that may be good. Somebody mentioned Camtasia. Somebody mentioned if I had used a program called Camtasia for that. Yeah, she left. Camtasia is a program that will capture anything on your screen. So if you're going to be doing an internet thing, the thing is best to be as rehearsed as you can be. So rather than, I would say, going to the internet, and maybe it'll work, maybe it won't work, put a video in there of what you're trying to demonstrate.
It will work though, because I want to demonstrate how to use the databases. So I want to make a presentation and say, in order to use, for example, the biography database, you click on it, if I want to bring it up, demonstrate that.
Thank you
Then I want to go.
Thank you.
Then I want to go to the next database. We have 19 databases, so I have to make a presentation of how to use those databases. So I was thinking about doing it in PowerPoint, and then putting links to the databases throughout the PowerPoint. So that's the way.
I don't know if it'd slow it down. You still need to get into a browser to browse the internet.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's the danger.
That-
the
yeah.
internet's down.
to be down during your presentation,
It won't be down, because this is technology today. They'll make sure that it will not be down.
Hi there, I do network engineering.
It won't be down.
I appreciate your confidence.
Can you and Microsoft
thought
have
that was pretty slow. I just want your opinion on it. You don't do that a lot.
I don't think I've ever done any sort of internet linking.
It'd almost be easier just to
just
kind
say,
of flip
I
to
just
the
go
web
to the
browser.
browser and put, go to the favorites thing and, whatever we
Have
have
it right
here.
there. So you
But
flip
what I
back
may
and
do
forth.
is just minimize.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the alt tab buttons. Everyone knows alt tab. Okay.
Can I go back and forth easily though? That's what I would need
Sure,
to do.
sure.
That'd be almost better than trying to.
I think that's
Okay.
better than
So what by using what, the alt tab?
alt tab will toggle you between
Okay.
any program.
So I can do that. Okay, maybe I'll do that then, because I have to go back and forth.
You
Sure.
talked about Photoshop, or about Photoshop. Photoshop Elements is like a
Yeah, I
big
know.
young geek. Is that not good?
No, it's good.
Oh,
It's very
okay.
good. It's very good. I just haven't tried it.
Okay, it's just a.
It's like
the
that other
idiot's
one that,
version of Photoshop. Photoshop
somebody
is
said
a bit
poor man's version. Somebody
Yeah.
said don't call it. Yeah, it's like Photo Impact, but
It doesn't have quite the same
Elements
features.
Elements is a little bit more dummied down. How much? Do you know
It's
how much
called
it goes?
Photoshop Elements. It's about $70, and I use a lot in scrapbooking. But a lot of pictures that are in there that I thought I could pull into PowerPoint. I wondered if there was anything would inhibit the way it's saved in Photoshop
it's
Elements.
basics. It's basic stuff, and gosh, there's so much more we could talk about.
It might be completely sufficient.
That's not
And
separate from
right,
pictures.
you know, that's I really.
I have a friend who's worked with both of those, and he recommends that to people who don't have much time to learn Photoshop.
Because
Sorry,
Photoshop Elements
you're
is
the
still
expert.
in.
You're probably right on that. I mean, I'm so excited the new version CS2 came out.
Can I ask you?
Hold on. If any of you have to go, I mean, it's great that you can hang out here. Call me up. You know, if you need to take off, I'll be back in town on Monday, and we can just drop me an email, and we can have PowerPoint talk and whatnot.
Yeah, I'd like to find out if there's any way you could come to Seattle.
Yeah, I would. My aunt's is there. Yeah, I would love that. Sure, and we could talk. And we could talk about pricing of individual seminars or coaching. Sure.
Well, it would be a Toastmasters conference, but I know that there are many Microsoft people who desperately need you.
I know, and I'm like, please come to my work. There are many people that need
On
me.
the software that you're offering, do you have to have the software that you recommended up there as far as
No,
to use?
that's a good question.
So yours is basically standalone with just basic Microsoft
Yes.
PowerPoint.
Yes.
And you don't need the other 7 or 8 things that you said would be great.
Any
to
one of them
learn.
will work on its own. You can use Presenter's Toolkit just on its own, or use it for web graphics. You don't have to have PowerPoint. You can use competitive programs to use it. It's just graphics. You want to see some of it?
Yeah, I do. That's what I was wondering. I just wasn't sure what was in it.
I don't know either. Let's see. Here's my folder. Media. Under graphics. Nope, that's where I was. We have Digital Juice. They have so many. Hi there. You're going to take my microphone away? Okay, you can unplug me. How you doing, Kev? Thank you again for.
Oh, sure.
So we have 45 separate graphics here. If we go to let's
Are they all like moving graphics, or are they just?
no,
pictures?
they do have some moving back
Okay.
graphics.
That's what I
This is the template stuff. These are high impact graphics, but you can see that some of them are really heavy.
And there's a lot of memory.
No,
No.
these don't.
And then
Something like
how
this.
about like insert pictures?
When you insert pictures, again, to do this, you can easily drag it into
Right.
PowerPoint.
Oh, I
One
got
thing, here's something that I like to do a lot for my presentations, rather than just saying, let's go here to View Master, Slide Master, you can hold Shift. If you have to take off, Adam, let me know.
Yeah, I'm going to here in a minute.
Okay.
I got
Slide
another meeting.
Mastery, hold down Shift, and instead of saying Insert Picture from File, I like to say, and import your graphic that way, I like to say, again, Format Background, or right mouse click, Background, and pick, you can pick your colors here, or Fill Effects, Picture, select Picture, and then you'll just go find it. You'll see Media.
Now you just wanted the files.
And,
Functionality different, or it's just a different way?
the function is a little bit different, and I'll show you why to do this. So media, where am I going? Digital Juice. The ones that I use the most, believe it or not, are the bonus backgrounds. I came up with like so many bonus backgrounds. Say OK, apply. And the deal is that it fills it into the whole thing.
Okay.
You can't click on it. You can't move it. It's stuck there on the background.
Okay.
The benefit of assigning a background graphic in PowerPoint is, number one, that you can't do that. And number two, when you go to print, it's going to give you the ability, when you print in grayscale, it will not print that background, which will save you some printer toner.
Yeah.
But if you had just a graphic, insert the picture there, it would have printed it on the background.
So I want you to just go back through it. You went to the master slide.
Master
and then
slide,
you picked background.
format, background, and here,
You add more
fill
fill
effects.
effects.
Yes, it was fill
and
effects.
then you went to browse.
Right, select picture.
Select picture, okay.
Right.
And then that won't print in the grayscale when you go to print.
It won't print to the grayscale.
Which someone should know too, in case you wanted it
Oh
to.
my God, why won't it print right?
Yeah, it won't show. Okay.
There's a feature here on print. Golly. Slides, color.
Properties up in the top.
No, it's not there under properties.
Try under print what slides. Can you do slide that doesn't have anything?
This is it. You know what it is? Close here. you can turn on and off the template, like if you had not the template, but any items that you might insert. That's what it is, right? So sure, now if you say background here, you can say omit background graphics from master, and the background graphics will not be there, but the template will be.
Right.
That's the benefit of inserting what I believe the template using the format background command. You can easily, and give you an example of what I'm talking about. Here we go, presentation team, clients, current projects. I don't know, Helms Briscoe maybe. Raw content. Okay, here's their logo. Just import this over here, chunky logo. But again, if I say format background, change, omit background graphics. Oh heck, I messed up. Control X, let me cut that. Let me shift master view here, put it in here to the master view. Now back to the slide itself. And because that is options here, omit background graphics, it wouldn't show up, but now it would.
But the background graphics don't. Gotcha.
Right.
Okay, is the remote, the RF remote, is it user-friendly?
Oh my gosh, yes. My mom can use it.
And which of these your software is close to the print shop?
To what?
Print shop software.
I don't know. I haven't really used Print Shop. But again, these two programs will, I'm sure, augment and improve the ability of Print Shop to do graphics. So if you're using Print Shop, if you're doing any sort of text work, graphic design, Crystal Graphics Power Plugs or Presenter's Toolkit, the only drawback to that working with print graphics is the resolution is not as high. Print graphics work at 72 dpi, screen resolution is, did I just say it wrong? Print graphics work at 300 dpi.
I was going to say it. I think it's back the other way around.
Yeah. Print graphics is 300 dpi, screen graphics is 72.
496 now.
Yeah?
A lot of browsers are 496.
Okay.
Just because the pixels are
So
if I cannot buy the two of them, which one should I just get this one?
this is Power Plugs. Power Plugs is more of a PowerPoint add-in that will give you. Gosh, it's a crapshoot. I would say Power Plugs is going to give you a lot more oomph. And it's the quotations in there. You know, I think that's so neat. You could do different animated charts and tables. There's a lot more in Power Plugs.
Both very user-friendly?
Yes, I mean, I haven't had enough experience with Power Plugs. I just know that they've been around longer. Power Plugs is the leading tool, I guess, for graphics plugins for PowerPoint.
That's my trouble, even with Photoshop Elements. Thank you. There's just, I get to one spot, I'm just stuck.
If you give us your business card, if you signed up, to get one of these things, we'll get you on a mailing list. Maybe we can have an online conference, because I get questions all the time, about how we can make better presentations and whatnot.
You did a great job.
Thank you very much.
I enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
I have to say, I love the slide that you said 1 per minute, because I inherited a presentation that was an hour 20 minutes long, 28 slides. The manager gave it to me and said cut it in half. I took it to 44 slides. I said, Mike, don't you know it's 2 to 3 minutes a slide? I said, I don't understand. I'd gone to 44 slides, but the word count had gone down from 2,400 to 1,400 words. It didn't look at it. So this was...
You know what I mean, though?
Yeah. So this was... I've loved watching
Is this thing finally working?